After 60, do this to sleep better. 6 nightly rituals for deep rest. You know, there's something magical about a good night's sleep, isn't there? That feeling when you wake up refreshed, like you've been wrapped in a cozy blanket of peace all night long. But if you're like me, or so many of us over 60, maybe those nights feel a bit elusive lately. You lie there staring at the ceiling, your mind racing with thoughts from decades ago or tomorrow's to-do list. Or perhaps you drift off easily enough, only to find yourself wide awake at 3 a.m., wondering if the birds will ever start singing. Sound familiar? Well, my friend, you're not alone. As we get a little wiser, our sleep patterns often change. Our bodies produce less melatonin. Those joints might ache just enough to nudge us awake, and life stresses don't always clock out when we do. But here's the beautiful truth. Restful sleep isn't a luxury reserved for the young. It's your birthright. And with a few gentle, intentional habits, what I like to call nightly rituals, we can reclaim those deep, restorative nights. Over the next little while, I'll share 6 simple rituals that have transformed not just my sleep, but my entire sense of well-being. They're not complicated rules, mind you. No strict schedules or expensive gadgets. Just tender, practical steps that honor where we are in life. Tonight, we'll ease into the first 2 together. Think of them as laying the foundation for a house of deep rest. Ritual 1. The gentle unplugging. Let's start with something we all do, often without realizing how it steals our sleep. Those glowing screens. Now, I love a good evening documentary or scrolling through photos of the grandkids as much as anyone. But here's what happens. That blue light from our TVs, tablets, and phones tricks our brains into thinking it's high noon. It suppresses melatonin, the very hormone that whispers, "Time to sleep, dear." So, about an hour before bed, let's begin what I call gentle unplugging. It's not about slamming doors on technology. It's about dimming the lights, literally and figuratively. Try this. Swap that tablet for a real book, the kind with pages that rustle. If you enjoy music, put on something soft and instrumental, maybe some piano melodies or nature sounds. My neighbor Martha replaced her evening news with a crossword puzzle and a cup of chamomile tea. She told me it felt like giving her mind a warm bath. And if you must check your device, try this little trick. Most phones and tablets have a night shift setting that tints the screen amber. Turn it on as the sun sets. Better yet, pop on a pair of blue light blocking glasses. They're inexpensive and feel like slipping into pajamas for your eyes. The goal isn't perfection. It's creating a buffer zone between the busyness of the day and the stillness of night. Ritual 2. The comfort check-in now. Let's talk about your sanctuary, your bedroom. After decades of life, our bodies sometimes need a little extra tenderness to settle in. Think about it. When you were younger, you could probably sleep on a rock and wake up chipper. But now, that slightly too firm pillow or drafty window might be the invisible thief stealing your rest. Start with your bed itself. Run your hand over your sheets. Do they feel soft and inviting, or scratchy and tired? Cotton or bamboo blends breathe beautifully and feel lovely against skin that's maybe a bit thinner these days. Next, your pillow. Here's a test. Fold it in half. If it doesn't spring back, it might be time for a new one. Look for one that supports your neck, whether you sleep on your side or back. Memory foam or down alternative work wonders. Then, consider the air around you. Is it too warm? Too cold? We sleep best in a slightly cool room, around 65 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 degrees Celsius. If your joints ache, try a heated blanket on low before you get in bed. Then switch it off as you lie down. The warmth soothes stiffness without overheating you overnight. And don't underestimate the power of darkness. Even tiny LED lights from chargers or smoke detectors can disrupt your rhythm. My solution? A simple fabric band over the alarm clock and blackout curtains that make midnight feel like, well, midnight. Oh, and here's a sweet little secret. Add something that sparks joy. A photo of a happy memory, a spritz of lavender on your pillowcase, or even your favorite quilt from years gone by. Your bedroom shouldn't just be functional. It should feel like a hug. Now, these first 2 rituals, gentle unplugging and your comfort check-in, are like setting the stage for a beautiful performance. They signal to your body and soul that it's time to shift gears, to let go of the day's weight. And trust me, when you make these small acts of kindness part of your evening, something lovely begins to happen. Your nervous system sighs, your muscles relax, and sleep starts to feel less like a negotiation and more like an old friend pulling up a chair. In the next part, we'll ease into 2 more rituals that dive a little deeper into what we put in our bodies as evening falls and how we prepare our minds for stillness. But for tonight, try just one of these. Maybe unplug 15 minutes earlier, or fluff that pillow like it deserves. Small steps, my friend. That's where the magic lives. You've set the stage beautifully, dimmed the screens, softened the sheets, and made your bedroom a true sanctuary. It's amazing how these small acts of care signal to your whole being. It's safe to rest now. But as we settle into our evening, there's another layer to explore, one that lives right within us. What we nourish our bodies with, and how we quiet our minds, can be the gentle bridge between wakefulness and deep, healing sleep. Let's walk that bridge together tonight. Ritual 3. The evening nourishment pause now. I know what you might be thinking. Shouldn't we just avoid eating before bed? Well, yes and no. A heavy meal right before lying down. That's a recipe for heartburn or restless tossing. But going to bed hungry? That can be just as disruptive. It's about finding that tender balance, a little sleep-supportive snack, about 60 to 90 minutes before bed. Think of it as sending a love letter to your body. Choose foods rich in 2 key friends, tryptophan, an amino acid that helps make sleep-inducing serotonin, and magnesium, a mineral that relaxes muscles and nerves. My go-to? A small bowl of warm oatmeal with sliced banana and a sprinkle of almonds. The oats are comforting and easy to digest. Bananas offer magnesium and potassium, and almonds add crunch along with their own magnesium boost. Or try Martha's favorite, a few whole grain crackers with a thin swipe of natural peanut butter and half a kiwi. And here's a little secret potion many swear by, warm golden milk. Heat up a cup of unsweetened almond milk, or regular milk if you tolerate it. Stir in a pinch of turmeric, a dash of cinnamon, a tiny grating of fresh ginger, and just a drip of honey. Turmeric soothes inflammation, perfect for those achy joints, while the warmth itself tells your nervous system, all is well. What to gently avoid? Caffeine after lunch, yes. Even that innocent-seeming dark chocolate. Big sips of water right before bed, to minimize those 2 a.m. bathroom trips. Spicy or greasy foods that might stir up indigestion. Ritual 4. The mind-calming ceremony. The mind, our beautiful, busy companion. After 60, 70, 80 years of living, it holds so much joy, wisdom, but sometimes worries that like to whisper loudest when the lights go out. Did I lock the door? What if the test results aren't good? I forgot to call Margaret back. Sound familiar? This ritual isn't about silencing thoughts. It's about gently shifting their weight. Begin with breath. Not complicated techniques, just simple, tender awareness. Sit comfortably on the edge of your bed or in a favorite chair. Place one hand on your heart, the other on your belly. Breathe in slowly through your nose, feeling your belly rise like a soft balloon. Hold for a count of 2. Then exhale through your mouth like you're fogging a mirror, letting your shoulders melt. Do this just 5 times. It tells your body's alarm system, stand down, we're safe here. Next, inviting gratitude. Keep a little notebook by your bed, nothing fancy. Each night, write down one small thing that brought you comfort or joy that day. Maybe it was the way sunlight fell through the kitchen window at breakfast, the laugh you shared with a neighbor over the fence, or even how cozy your slippers felt. My friend George calls this his sweetness journal. On tough nights, he reads back a few pages, and it softens everything. If worries do creep in, imagine placing each one in a drawer labeled tomorrow. You can say kindly to yourself, "This is real, but it's not for nighttime. I'll care for it in the morning light." Then, return to your breath or picture a place that feels deeply peaceful. Your childhood porch swing, a lakeside at dawn, your grandmother's kitchen. Let your senses fill it in. The smell of rain-wet earth, the sound of lapping water, the warmth of her bread baking. These 2 rituals, nourishing your body wisely and calming your mind tenderly, work together like old friends walking arm in arm toward rest. They honor the beautiful complexity of being human. We're not just bodies needing repair, and not just minds needing peace. We're both intertwined. When you give yourself this evening nourishment pause and mind-calming ceremony, you're building a nest of safety, one where sleep can finally settle in without fear or resistance. Soon, we'll explore 2 more rituals that gently move your body and anchor your rhythm, because sometimes the kindest thing we can do is flow toward rest rather than force it. But for tonight, try that warm golden milk. Write down 1 moment of sweetness. Breathe. Notice how your shoulders soften when you remember. This night is yours to rest, deeply and well. You've nourished your body with kindness and calmed your mind with tenderness. What a beautiful way to prepare for rest. Now, as the evening deepens and the world grows quieter outside your window, we come to 2 more rituals that weave movement and rhythm into this tapestry of rest. These aren't about pushing or straining. They're about flowing towards sleep, like a river finding its way to the sea. Ritual 5, the gentle movement unwind. Let's talk about motion. After 60, our bodies might whisper or sometimes shout when we sit too long or move too hard. But gentle, intentional movement in the evening, it's like a lullaby for your muscles and joints. It eases stiffness, releases tension, and tells your nervous system, the day is done. It's safe to soften now. Think of it as unwinding the spool of your day. Just 10 to 15 minutes, about an hour before bed, can make all the difference. Here's how to make it feel like a gift, not a chore. Seated stretch and sigh. Sit comfortably in a sturdy chair. Inhale slowly as you reach your arms overhead, palms facing each other. Exhale with a soft ah sound as you lower them, like letting a heavy coat slide off your shoulders. Repeat 3 times. Then, gently tilt your right ear toward your right shoulder. Hold for 3 breaths. Repeat left. Feel that gentle pull along your neck? That's tension leaving. Legs up the wall, modified if getting on the floor feels tricky. Try this cozy alternative. Lie on your bed near the footboard. Scoot your hips close to the edge and rest your calves on the mattress. Knees bent comfortably. Place a pillow under your head. Close your eyes. Breathe. Let gravity gently drain the day's heaviness from your legs and feet. Stay for 5 minutes. Garden tending motion. Stand at your kitchen counter or a sturdy table. Slowly shift your weight from foot to foot, like you're gently rocking a baby. Then, imagine you're picking ripe tomatoes from a vine. Reach one arm forward, then the other, with soft, unhurried movements. Finish by brushing off your hands with a few light shakes. The key: move like you're floating in warm water. No force, no strain. If it hurts, stop. This is an exercise, it's a physical sigh. My friend Arthur, 78, with 2 new knees, does his evening sway while listening to big band music. He says it feels like dancing with his younger self. Ritual 6, the consistency anchor. Here's the quiet powerhouse of deep sleep, rhythm. Our bodies adore predictability, especially as we age. Think of your internal clock like a wise old gardener. It thrives when you plant and water at the same time each day. This ritual is about anchoring your evenings in gentle, loving consistency. It's not about rigid rules or guilt. It's about creating a flow your body can trust. Set your sunset signal. Choose a time, say 8:30 or 9 p.m., to begin winding down. This is your cue to start Ritual 1, gentle unplugging. Even if you don't feel sleepy yet, this consistency trains your brain. This soft light, this quiet, it means rest is coming soon. The power of the almost bedtime routine. Build a simple sequence in the 30 minutes before you actually get into bed. For example, *tea and journal, gentle movement, wash face/brush teeth, 5 minutes of belly breathing in bed. Doing these in the same order, night after night, becomes a powerful signal. It's like your body whispers, "Oh yes, I know this path. This leads to sleep." Weekends matter too. It's tempting to stay up later on Friday, but shifting your rhythm drastically confuses your internal clock. Try keeping bedtime within an hour of your weekday routine. Your Saturday morning self will thank you for the sustained energy. Remember Martha? She anchors her evenings with a 9 p.m. porch sit, even for just 5 minutes. Rain or shine, she steps outside, listens to the night sounds, and breathes in the air. "It's my way of telling the day goodbye," she says. That tiny anchor made her sleep deeper within a week. These two rituals, gentle movement and loving consistency, are like the steady heartbeat beneath your rest. They honor your body's need for ease and your spirit's need for trust. When you move with kindness and anchor your evenings in gentle rhythm, sleep stops being something you chase and becomes something that flows toward you. You've built a sanctuary, rituals 1 and 2, nourished your whole being, rituals 3 and 4, and now move and rest in harmony, rituals 5 and 6. In our final part, we'll bring it all together, not with strict rules, but with a celebration of how these small acts weave into a life of deep, restorative rest. We'll talk about patience, grace for the imperfect nights, and the beautiful truth: it's never too late to sleep like you're coming home. You've journeyed so beautifully through these nightly rituals, creating sanctuary, nourishing body and mind, moving with grace, and anchoring in gentle rhythm. Now, as we come to the close of our time together, let's talk not about perfection, but about practice. Because true rest isn't built in a day. It's woven, stitch by tender stitch, into the tapestry of your life. Think of these 6 rituals like threads: gentle unplugging, the soft blue light fading; comfort check-in, the embrace of your sanctuary; evening nourishment pause, the warmth in your hands; mind-calming ceremony, the breath that grounds you; gentle movement unwind, the body sigh of release; consistency anchor, the rhythm your soul remembers. Alone, each thread is lovely, but woven together, they create something strong, resilient, and deeply comforting. A blanket of rest tailored just for you. The art of kind consistency now. I won't tell you to do all 6 perfectly every night. Life isn't like that. Some evenings, you'll sip golden milk while journaling under lamplight. Other nights, you might skip the movement because your grandchild called, and laughter filled your heart till bedtime. And that's okay. Start with one ritual that calls to you. Maybe it's the comfort check-in because your shoulders ache. Or perhaps it's the mind-calming ceremony because worries have been loud lately. Do just that one, with full presence, for 3 nights. Notice how it feels. Then, like adding a new stitch to a familiar pattern, weave in a second. When sleep still eludes you even with rituals, some nights will be restless. The wind howls, pain flares, or memories stir. On those nights, return to your breath, not as a tool to force sleep, but as an anchor to kindness. Whisper, "This is hard, but I am safe. This body has carried me through decades. It knows how to rest when ready." Get up if you need to. Pad to the kitchen. Warm half a cup of milk. Sit by the window. Watch the moon. No clocks. No frustration. Let the ritual of acceptance be your compass. Dawn always comes. Your wisdom matters. These rituals aren't rules, they're invitations. You know yourself best. If chamomile tea tastes like grass clippings, try mint. If journaling feels heavy, whisper your gratitude aloud. If legs up the wall isn't possible, simply massage your feet with lavender oil. Adapt, experiment, and own your rhythm. A letter to your future self, my dear friend. As we part ways tonight, I hope you carry this truth close. You deserve deep, restorative rest. Not because you've earned it, but because you're alive, a miracle of stories, resilience, and love. These rituals aren't a chore list. They're love letters to the life you've built and the life still ahead. So tonight, as you prepare for sleep, do this. Pause at your bedroom door. See your sanctuary, the softened light, the waiting pillows. Place a hand over your heart. Feel its steady beat. Thank it. Wipe her. However this night unfolds, I honor you. Before you go, if even one of these rituals brought you comfort, I'd be so grateful if you'd share it below. Your stories of rest found, of small triumphs, nourish this whole community. And if you'd like more gentle guidance for thriving after 60, consider joining our kindred spirits here. Click subscribe and that little bell. But more than anything, be gentle with yourself. Some nights will sing, some will stumble. Trust the tapestry you're weaving. With every act of kindness, dimming a screen, sipping warm milk, breathing into the dark, you're reclaiming rest. Sleep well, dear friend. Not because it's easy, but because you're worthy. Here's to your deepest rest yet.